Trying to discuss with mothers, I've discussed with so many of them. All of them, virtually all of them, keep saying the same thing. That are praying that God should give their husband, their wife, daughters, good husband. Even my mother inclusive, right? This video is going to be a bit long, so you can please hold on because you're going to really benefit from this video. So all of them keep saying that we're praying that God will give my daughters good husband. Can you call? They keep saying that, and I begin to wonder within myself, what does it really mean? I came back home and I begin to think, what does it really mean to be a good husband? What are the things that a lady or a woman will see? And of course, she will say that this man is a good husband. So I noticed that number one thing is that being a good husband is not something that anyone is born with. Nobody is actually born from birth to be a good husband. It's a decision you take to be a good husband. So that means you can decide to be a good husband if you understand. And that can only happen if you understand what marriage is all about. So now your decision to be a good husband is actually based on certain things that you decide to fall for. Number one, you have to be a God person. To be a good husband, you need to be a God person. You need to be a God person. Now, being a God man or a God person is what will really help make you to be a good husband. So, to be what do I mean by a God person? A God person is that man who actually have decided to do the will of God in his family, who wants the will of God to prevail in his family, who wants to run his family with the fear of God. That's a God person. That man that decides to run his family with the fear of God is a God person. And that is what they will be pointing out to be a good man. Because naturally, women are very stubborn. Women are very somehow. But with the mind of God in you, trying to run your family according to God's instruction and God's guideline for marriage will make you a good person. So because the Bible said husband loves your wife. So you love her, not because she's beautiful, not because she's pretty, not because she's gorgeous. You are loving her because it's God's command. She mean it's God's command. So what does it really mean to love your wife? Sometimes I will say husband love your wife. We think it's a complex something. Some of us don't really understand what it means to love, right? So when the Bible says husband love your wife, Bible is talking about number one, you prefer her more than any other woman. Even if she's not beautiful as other persons, you prefer her. So you must come to that point where you prefer her more than other women. You must personalize her. You must personalize her. This is my own. So you are not anybody's own can be for anybody, but this one is my own. You personalize. That's what it means to love a woman. You must personalize her. You must prioritize her. She comes first. Whatever that happens, she comes first. You put her needs first. You prioritize her. You provide for her, and finally, you be patient with her because there are so many things that will piss you off. But just be patient with her. So with that, is actually a proof that you love her. The O there, what it means to be a good man, a good husband. The O there, you must always learn to be. You must be an observant man. You pay attention. You be an observant man. I'm talking about being observant in positive way. So number one, you have to be a positive observant man. You must observe positively, not negatively. There are some persons that observe negatively. Every I, they want to dot all the I, they want to cross all the T, they want to find fault, whatever. You're not observing her to find fault. You're observing her to build her, to help her out. So you know where maybe she's not feeling fine. You observe her positively. You observe her pressurelessly. You're not observing her and she's feeling some pressure. Stand up here now, sit up here now, whatever. No, you don't observe her pressure, you observe her pressureless, no pressure attached. You observe her peacefully. You bring peace into her life. You observe her peacefully. You also observe her pristinely, because you are like the pastor around her. So you are not observing her to condemn her. You're observing her to help her out. So you observe her pristinely. You appear as a pastor to her. You appear as a priest to her. Not only that, you observe her prayerfully. Certain things cannot be changed by mere words. You notice your wife is no longer the person you used to be before. Take her to the place of prayer and deal with that. Say, Lord, my wife has not been doing. I noticed that recently she has been arrogant. Please, I don't know what is actually building in her life that's making her be like this. God, deal with that. You observe her prayerfully, and things becomes to work in your life. So the next O there is overcome. You become an overlooking man. You overlook things. You don't oversight things. You don't overemphasize things. You overlook things. So an overlooking man is what makes you a good man. So you must learn to overlook things, right? So you don't, after observing something, observing her, don't start, digging deep. Overlook certain things that are unnecessary. Overlook her past, especially. Some of her past that have, they should be for the past. All her mistakes in the past, how many boyfriends she had in the past, where you got her from, the thing, you have to learn to overlook those things. Else it will disturb you. It will make your relationship with her to be disturbed. So you must learn to overlook her past. Even you are not innocent of your past. If you trace your past, we will see certain things that are not supposed to be there. So for the fact that she has done mistake in the past before, shouldn't be brought to the present, and now the thing is disturbing your relationship with her. You must learn to overlook her past, right? So you overlook her past. You overlook, her pride. Sometimes that's how she's built, right? Some of them are naturally built with some certain amount of pride. You just notice that's how. If you can't talk out of it, overlook it. The fact that she hardly says sorry. If you want to pay attention to that, it will disturb your marriage with her. Yes, it's going to disturb your marriage with her. It's going to disturb your relationship with her. Maybe that's how she's wired. So at a point, sometimes you just have to overlook those things. Else, you going to be boring. Then number two, you must overlook her perception. Sometimes she may not be making sense. She just says something. If you want to pay attention to all the words that comes out of her mouth, you want to dot all the I's and cross all the T's. You dey tell her person wey no get sense. It will disturb you. So overlook her. That's her perception. That's what she thinks about life. You just have to understand her that way. And of course, that's what the Bible say. It say, husband, live with them according to knowledge. So that's how she reasons. That shouldn't disturb you, right? You should know that's how you saw her, you got married to her. So you overlook her perceptions, you overlook her performance. Maybe she's not performing well in the bed, maybe in the bedroom, in the kitchen. Sometimes you don't have to cross. I don't like your vibes. You don't have vibes, you don't have whatever. Those things can disturb your relationship with her. So you have to learn to overlook her performances, whether in the kitchen, whether in the bedroom, whether whatever. That's how she's wired. So you find a way to help her out of it. If you can't, then overlook it. Because marriage is only done here on earth. It's not something you don't, it's not a do or die affair, my brother. It's not a do or die affair. It doesn't matter she's good in the other side of life. Focus on that and overlook, her performances. Overlook her pathetic periods. There are periods that, man, when you come home like this, it just is pathetic. You just can't even tell what kind of rubbish is this. That can piss you up. If you pay attention to that, it become a problem to you. So you have to learn, you have to grow to the point where is well, that's how she choose. You overlook her pathetic periods, pathetic moments, so you don't get yourself stressed. Then the last D is you have to be a disciplined man. You have to be a dedicated man. Sorry. So because you have to be a dedicated and disciplined man. That's what makes you a good man. Dedicated man. You are dedicated to your family. You dedicate to your family. You are not this kind of person who is nowhere to be found, right? Who is not really doing his job well. So you must come to that point where you dedicate yourself to your family completely, right? So you have to work with her, partner with her, partner with her. You must, how do you dedicate yourself? You partner with her. Number two, you protect her interest. Protect. That's why you are the man. Every woman needs a man in their life that will protect their interest. So you must come to that point where you have grown to protect her interest. Not only that, you must be able to parent with her. Not come back from work, you just leave the children are just there. She's only the one taking care of them. Assist, parent with her, right? She's there. It is not she has been with the kid for some time now. You have come back home. You should take over and begin to do other things. So parent with her. Not just that, you pay attention to her. Sometimes she wants to talk. There are some things she wants to share with you, and you're not giving audience. You're not giving attention. You're always busy. Pay attention to her. Listen to her. There are some things you may want to complain, say, but you're not available. You're not there. That's not a way of becoming a good man. You must learn to pay attention to her. Not just that, you must learn to pamper and play with her. Every time is not a moment of crowning face. Learn to play. Learn to play. Is your wife. Someone that you call your wife deserve your joy. Learn to play with her. Pamper her. Women love to be pampered. Call her sweet names. Learn to be romantic. Learn it. Okay, learn it. It's not a crime. It's not a sin as a Christian. You must learn to be romantic. You play with her. You pamper her. You you ensure that she enjoys herself. Thank you for listening. See you in my next video as we also talk about other things. I want to see you in my next video. Thank you. I am Be a good man.